Hey folks, we're back at the Hoist Lake foot travel area near Glenny, Michigan. Here with my brother Ryan. He's getting ready right here. We're gonna do a couple of nights of winter camping. A little bit of gear testing. I don't know, maybe a little bit of day hiking too, but we're basically gonna set up a base camp, see what we get. I'm gonna get ready here and we'll see you on the trail. Say goodbye to the truck. Hopefully it'll be there when we get back.
Got 2 days of fun here. It's gonna be, just look, -5 tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it's in the single digits tonight, so we'll get a warmer night tonight, and then tomorrow will be -5. So, but it's beautiful out here, cleared up. The sky's bright blue, and
yeah, so far today, looks like it's gonna be a beautiful day for hiking. I unloaded some stuff out of my backpack, and I actually did bring the polk. We're hoping that we'll be able to use it out there in the woods to haul firewood around, and I don't know, maybe it'll make my trek a little easier because we're bringing a lot of crap.
Speak for yourself. I've got 35 pounds worth of very much needed equipment.
Well, the biggest load of crap I'm bringing is right here walking beside me.
Come on, let's go. We got 3 hours.
We'll see ya. Well, so far so good. We are not real far into the trail. Maybe a quarter of a mile, but I have Brian behind me to get the polk over anything that's too substantial as far as down branches go or anything. So good thing is somebody already broke trail for us, so it's not been too bad. There he is. We are probably almost there. It's about 4:30? Yeah, I think so. So we are almost there. I think as soon as we get there, we're gonna have to hustle because we got here a little later than we thought we were gonna get. So I don't know if you can see where I got the polk hooked up or not. As we were going, I had the hip belt on, and I actually had it like lower on my torso so that I could have my pack on above it, and man, it was just killing me. So I moved it up onto my pack, and man, what a world of difference that made. Holy cow. So I'm gonna have to make some adjustments to this pack and maybe put some D-rings, and I'm thinking maybe a quick release for it so that I don't have to actually take my pack off to turn around. Yeah, I only use this pack for winter camping anyway, so that'll work out fine. So yeah, we followed in some tracks coming in here, and we thought maybe somebody was staying here, but turns out they just came into the camp and walked right back out, so they're probably staying over on the other lake.
Which is good for us because then we can camp right here.
Yeah, we're gonna get camp set up before that sun goes down too low and we can't see.
Yeah, because that would suck.
Yeah, and then
not the first time we've set up camp in the dark, but
no,
I'd like it not to be today.
Well, and it definitely won't be the worst conditions either. I mean, at least we got water.
Oh God, remember how bad that was when we got to what was that, Perch? What was that?
Yeah, the perch tent site, or
oh my
yeah,
gosh.
That's the RMC perch.
It was in the White Mountains. We roll in there about 9. It was maybe 8:30 or 9. After we had the worst hike of our lives, we couldn't see it. Fog was there, and it was. Of course, Jay had to take the lead because my glasses got all fogged. I couldn't even see.
An entire day above tree line on the presidential range. maybe I'll link the video up here so so you guys can check that out. That was a cool trip.
Even when things go bad, it's still a blast.
Oh yeah, but the funny thing is that trip actually doesn't get a lot of views, which which surprises me because it's like such a popular hike, the Presidential Traverse, and that was one of my favorites.
That was a trip too, man. I thought I was gonna die. That was the first big hike we ever did.
Oh man, but you talk about views, holy cow! And that was our first trip to the Whites too. That was fun.
Well, we can reminisce after we get camp
set
up, so let's turn that thing on. So that tree right there, and this tree right here, that's where I'm hanging. And I'm gonna just stomp down the snow here with my snowshoes, so flatten it out a little bit. So I'm gonna set you down over here so you can watch this. I wanna see if that... Oh. And I got it on video. That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, this is great. I don't know how to get up. You can't just back up with snowshoes.
Don't pee your pants, it'll never dry.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's awesome. Great. That's great.
And I got it all on video, Jay.
Oh, that's awesome. Need a hand?
Yeah.
Or you got it?
Oh man. Yeah, if you got a hand, I probably could take it unless I could probably. Let's see. You got it? There we go. Oh, that was awesome. We gotta watch that, man.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
Oh my God.
And I had the camera set up perfectly for that.
Show you it's called a sensor push. It's a little sensor for temperature and humidity, and basically it's super lightweight. I'll do a full review on it. It comes up on an app on your phone. It keeps track of highs and lows, and you can add a number of sensors, and that way you can place them in different spots if you want one inside, one outside, whatever. But yeah, I'll do a full review on this and let you know what I think of it. So far, so good. And you can see we got 26.6 degrees right now. It's not too bad, but the sun is going down, and it's going down quickly, so we're out just getting some firewood, and we're not really processing it here. We're just cutting it into manageable pieces. But this is the main reason why I wanted to bring the pulk. So I'm going to pull this load back, and then I'm going to meet Ryan. He's down processing some stuff down on a hill on the other side here. I'm going to bring the bungee cords back so we can pile it higher. Pretty hungry, Ryan?
Damn, you.
Yeah.
I'd like to get a fire going before we...
Yeah, I agree.
Eat, though.
Yeah, I agree.
At least that was my thinking.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Alright. Yeah, Ryan's melting some snow for water. We got a fire going. Thanks to Ryan, he
got a fire going. Now that's a fire.
That's a fire.
Problem is,
He's the one that got it going for the most part. So we got, I'm boiling some water. I'll put it in my Nalgene's, which are in these holders right here, these koozies. And then koozie down there on the ground. Got my dinner. And then I got some tea going here. I just brought my insulated mug because I was not messing around. I figured I'll keep it warm for a while. So, but we're in for a good night, I'd say. Can't wait to eat. I am starving. Whew.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too.
Here we are. We got our fire going. We're cooking up some dinner. We were able to get enough wood by the time the sun went down. So we got a nice fire going and got some water boiling for some tea. And you getting me blowing my nose there?
Yeah, why not? I mean, we already got you falling over there. That was pretty good.
That was awesome.
Funny.
What's funny is watching it all over again. Just when you think it can't be funnier. Man, that's hot.
Headlamp off.
Holy smokes, that's
There we go. Anyways, we're letting the fire burn and ate dinner. Yeah, we're just gonna hang out for a little while and then probably hit the sack. Wake up tomorrow morning, I'll have some good breakfast and get a few camp chores done, and thinking maybe we'll go on a little bit of a day hike. We'll see. Either way, we will see you in the morning. So all of a sudden, when the headlamps go off and you can't see anything anymore,
You're drying your...
your gloves get burnt to a crisp. This one's smoking too. I'm not even gonna put it out because it's not, it's not salvageable. I mean, that thing, it's just it's gone, man.
That's the best part. Might as well just throw those in the fire. I don't want to carry them out like that.
Oh man, that's great.
That's all. Morning. It's about 7 a.m. I went to bed last night about 9:30. Got a great night's sleep. Got woken up a couple of times last night by some animals there. Got some video of that I'll share with you. I was so toasty warm in here, I don't even want to get out of here. I'm gonna flip this around and show you the setup here. Got my 0-degree sleeping bag here and still brought an underquilt. You can see how my breath has crystallized here up on top of the sock. I don't know what I'm going to do with my glasses. Look at those. Got a little snow last night, it looks like. So I got up this morning, got the fire going. Had a little biscuits and gravy for breakfast, a little coffee. And now just sitting here enjoying this beautiful, beautiful day. You can see here.
Good morning. It's about 9 o'clock. Ryan's already up. I can hear him. I think he was messing with his stove. I don't know, but he's also trying to get the fire going now, I think. I'll have to check the temperature and see what it got to. I know it got down to at least
probably, I think the last I checked was 8 degrees, so yeah, we'll see. It's supposed to get below 0 tonight, but we got a little dusting of snow. I got up in the middle of the night to water a tree, and had to traipse through a little bit of snow, but not much, just a little bit of a dusting. So, all right, I'm gonna get up and at 'em. I'm gonna get some coffee and maybe help Ryan get this fire going.
It's a gorgeous morning.
Yeah.
Got a little snow last night.
Yeah, it's about a ½ inch maybe.
Well, I've been shaking it off too, so.
Yeah. It's definitely cold. There's no weight to that. That's powdery.
Well, and that's good.
Yeah.
The only thing worse than cold is wet and cold.
No doubt.
There's nothing getting wet out here. I mean, unless we sweat.
Yeah, that's a nice sight though. That smoke coming out of that fire pit.
Yeah, I was hoping when I woke up that you'd have a fire going already. But
Yeah.
apparently you wanted to sleep in.
And I did.
Yes, you did.
Some water boiling
Like some
there.
coffee.
All right.
Pretty boil.
For breakfast, we got a little bit of sausage going, and got a whole package with 10 of them in there. So just finishing up cooking these. I just bring the brown and serves or whatever because they're already cooked. I think I'm gonna cook some eggs once I'm done with this. And we'll probably spend a little while getting some firewood because we're going to need quite a bit if we're going to keep this fire going pretty much most of the day. So, trying to melt some snow. Ryan's melting some over here too. And get our water filled up. It's probably about 12:30, 1 o'clock now. We got a little pile of firewood over here.
If you ever wonder what we do when we're in the woods for a day, we eat. We get firewood, we process firewood, then we eat again, we get firewood, we process firewood. It's like a never-ending set of chores to keep the fires going.
Yeah, it is, definitely. Uh-oh. Wait, look at you.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What the heck? We had a blowout. He's in having a little bit of trouble with his stove. He had something stuck in the line or something, didn't you?
Yeah, I think I got water in there right now. I think
geez.
the melted snow came down. All right.
Is it coming back?
It'll come back. It just needs to heat up.
Yeah, so I did look. It got down to 4.8 degrees last night. Checking my app. Yeah, it was. That's pretty darn cold. So tonight,
Supposed to be -5 tonight.
Yeah, I'll be surprised. I'd be surprised if it doesn't go lower.
Well, and that breeze is going to definitely. We're going to be glad we have those socks tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. I woke up all kinds of condensation all over the inside of the sock, but like Ryan was saying, open it up a little bit, and partway through the day, it's all gone. So, yeah, should be good to go again tonight. Looks like I got a
Purdy boil?
Oh, I got a purdy boil. Yeah, that was just the stuff that I was going to clean the pan out with. I still had grease from the sausage this morning, so I'm just trying to clean that pan out. There we go. That looks beautiful. So I'm going to get back to melting snow, and we're gonna take a little quick hike here in a little while after we have lunch and finish doing a few more chores. So
we ought to talk about like how we're handling the water, like, because we keep just basically these little Nalgenes of water. Somebody might be interested, like, you know, how do we just melt snow or whatever, but do a little Nalgene of water here. We've got these insulated things. We just, every time for a meal, we have water available, and then we just, once we have our stove going, we'll just melt some snow and put that in here, and then this is all nice and warm. And
yeah, and you store it upside down so that if it does freeze, you can still get the cap off. Because usually the part where the air is at will freeze first.
Yeah.
So, as long as you've got the cap on the bottom, you're good to go. But it's also a good way to, as long as you make sure that the cap is tight, and usually you put it in a plastic bag, but I forgot to bring baggies. But you keep it in with you at night and keeps you warm.
And every night you just take that with you in your sleeping bag, and you'll have liquid water when you wake up for your coffee and breakfast, whatever you're going to have. So kind of a nice little process to take care of business.
Absolutely. Got one trekking pole holding up holding out his tarp, so he's just using one. But yeah, we're just gonna go over there and check this out. Should be cool. Hey, you know what's cool, Rye? Honestly, when I was here in the summertime, I didn't even notice that you can see the lake there. Yeah. I mean, there's too many leaves there, and we really couldn't see the lake through here. I don't recall, anyway. So here's the Beaver Dam.
I'm standing here, and all of a sudden, my one snowshoe starts to move. I'm like, uh-oh. But I was on top of you.
Oh.
That was one of those.
Yeah,
like,
that would
here I go.
Oh yeah, for real. So this is the Beaver Dam, and it looks like they must burrow holes coming out of it.
What's it? Oh, a den.
Well, or a den, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beaver den, yeah. But yeah, so they must gnaw some holes in the ice and come up and roll around a bit. That's funny. Over here is another spot. That is crazy. These are fresh too, because it snowed last night. Yeah, that's awesome. Man, I wish I could catch them doing it.
Looks, you know that snow we got when we, like around lunchtime?
Yeah,
Just a little dusting. This one looks like it was before lunch, but that one does not.
No, this one looks, this one looks very recent. That's cool. They're probably all right inside there going, what in the heck? No, I'm sure they heard us coming from a mile away, especially on top of the ice.
So right here, these tracks, we're just out for a little walk, but you can see here, that's our one of our little friends probably from last night.
I just snowshoed down this little tiny hillside here to trying to pack in the snow a little bit, because I found this big old piece of lumber there. We're gonna harvest some of that for firewood and process it up at camp. Hopefully this will be our firewood source for the rest of the time we're here. We've already got quite a bit. We've been keeping the fire going all day, but just small fire, nothing real big, but just enough to warm our hands up if we get cold. So warming up a single serving of Mountain House beef stew for lunch. And here goes Ryan. He never quits working on his stove. Every single time we're out, he's like,
working on my stove, working on my stove, working on my stove.
I gotta work on my stove. His stove is like wheel bearings on his cars. There's always one bad.
Yeah, that's unfortunately seems to be true.
Yeah, so we're burning some of the wood from the tree from just below our camp, and seems to be doing pretty well. So yeah, I'll tell you what, that sun, man, that sun's been shining in and out of the clouds all day. I thought it was going to be overcast, but man, has it been beautiful. But it's definitely brought in the cold weather with it, but the wind died down, so I'm just swinging the camera all over. It's never like it's just
Nobody's even gonna want to watch this.
No, they're all gonna get seasick watching my videos.
Yep.
Seriously, like he's got the whole thing in pieces. It's just like the Manitou Islands. Like we just got on the Manitou Islands
I don't know why.
That was the first video, right? That was North Manitou Island, and he's got to rebuild his stove.
I don't know why, but this is this has ice in it, man.
Really?
Again.
Wow. I wonder if you had water in your fuel. What do you got?
I got the whole kit right here, you know.
Yeah, that's, I don't know. Just like the Manitou Islands, you look like a freaking chimney sweep.
Yeah, I know.
Even more with the beard.
I'll tell you, if you look at that blue sky right up there, it's been like this all day, but that creates a little bit of a problem because at least when there's clouds up there, it creates like a blanket and keeps it nice and warm. We're not going to be warm here tonight. It's supposed to drop down. We're going to be -5 in the middle of the night, but you can already kind of feel the wind kicking up a little bit, and it's not supposed to be super windy, but that wind will just take the heat away from you. So we spent a lot of the day just kind of hanging out in camp. We went for a little walk and just did some snowshoeing around the lakes and that, but you know, every spare second we do some wood processing. And so you see here we've got kind of our wood pile. Hopefully that'll last us through the night and tomorrow morning before we have to leave. But I think we're probably done processing wood for this trip.
And we've got all this kindling and real small stuff back here for tomorrow morning. And we'll leave a few soft wood logs down there, some of the real dry stuff. That way we can get it going real easy in the morning. So my temperature sensor that I have that hooks to my phone, it's called the push sensor, I believe is the name of it. Anyways, it's right here hanging off the tree. I think I showed it to you before, but it's a gray color. And here we go. Sensor push, that's what it is. Sensorpush.com. We'll get right in on that. So anyway, so I think what happens is because of this gray color of it, it heats up. So I was checking my app earlier and it was reading 27 degrees. I looked at it again and it was 30 degrees. So I thought there's no way, you know, so the thing, it must be off. And a few seconds, or I should say a minute or two later, I looked at it again, it was back down to 27, and then it dawned on me, the sun had just gone behind the clouds. So I really think that that gray color attracts the heat of the sun, so that's definitely something that you'll have to be careful of.
So this is what we do at camp right here. We just sit, enjoy the fire, enjoy nature.
First time.
This is it. First time. First time today we sat.
It's
first time we're not cooking, chopping.
It's almost
sawing.
5 o'clock in the evening. This is the first time.
First time. This is it. Got the feet kicked up, thawing out a little bit.
I mean, I guess we could have rested when we went on our little day hike, but
yeah. First time we sat down.
Got a pretty good fire going right now. We're both melting snow again. Might go in there. We use the frying pan to put the snow in our other pot because a lot of snow makes a little bit of water. So you melt some, and then you load some more in, then you melt some, you load some more in, and the more water you actually get in there, the quicker it melts the snow as you're putting it in. So yeah, we got this fire going pretty good now. Got a good bed of coals. We should be good for the night. Well, we got a lot of hardwood here, so it's gonna burn slow, and hopefully that pile will last us for the night. I don't see why it won't, but worst case scenario, we'll just go to bed. So I'm having chicken teriyaki
dinner. And as you can see, the sun is gone over the horizon there. So it's gonna start getting pretty darn cold out. Yeah, we're just gonna burn down a little bit of this wood and probably hit the sack. It is 8 degrees right now.
8 point something.
Yeah, it should.
8.4.
Shortly after midnight, it should be starting to get below 0. So, and in the morning, it's supposed to be right around 0.
Until like 9.
Yeah, until about 9, 10 o'clock.
The goal is for Jay to stay up all night tonight, so
Keep the fire going.
get the fire going, and then when I wake up in the morning, it'll be roaring.
Yeah.
And maybe it'd be nice actually if you'd have a cup of coffee ready for me.
Yep, I sure will.
And my eggs.
Yep.
It would be great though if you could break down my camp while I'm enjoying the eggs and breakfast that you made.
Yeah,
for me.
that's a good idea.
That'd be nice. If you were a thoughtful brother.
I don't think so. I'm going to the Bear's Den for breakfast tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that's not a bad idea.
I'm telling you.
We could load up. They probably have like a Hungry Man special.
Oh, let's do it.
Could tear into that.
Yeah. Ryan's in bed. Decided to jump in the hammock a little early. He was falling asleep. And still had quite a bit of firewood left, so I decided we're going to get a good fire going. I'll stay warm for another hour, hour and a half. And then I'll hit the sack and we'll have enough wood for a small fire in the morning before we hike out. I guess I'll see you in the morning.
I usually get up a little earlier than Jay. He stays up later than I do. So he's over there sleeping right now. Probably dreading getting out of there because it's pretty warm in the hammock, and it's not too bad once you get out here by the fire, but between there and here, it's can be a little rough, but was able to light today's fire just by using the coals from last night's fire, so I didn't even have to pull out a lighter. It's helpful. And then got some big wet pieces in there that I'm hoping to dry out and take advantage of, but the heat's really nice here.
Good morning. It is about 8 o'clock. It was cold last night. Checked the temperature, got down to negative 12.2. I did stay pretty warm. I would say that I probably have reached the limit on the system as I have it configured right now. But yeah, basically what, I don't even think I went through it, but my system consists of my hammock gear, 20-degree incubator underquilt, and then I have the Thermarest Zeolite pad. You can see a little bit of it there. My underquilt does have a little bit of overstuff in it. I paid to have them put a little bit of overstuff in it, but I would say that's probably puts it maybe at about a 10 to 15 degree underquilt. Then I have my hammock gear top quilt. Stayed pretty warm, but my butt got a little bit of cold last night, and my feet were getting a little bit cold, and so that kind of tells me that I was right at the limit. So that's good. I was kind of looking to figure that out. So you can see I've got my Montbell down puffy around my feet. Just sticking my head out here is cold. It's still about -8, I think. All right, we'll see. Ryan's already up and about, so we'll go out and see what he's up to. It's still about -1 right now. At least there's no wind. Yeah, I'm gonna get some coffee made and try and warm myself up a bit. But yeah, feeling pretty good this morning. I don't know. All in all, burned down a boatload of that firewood last night, I'll tell you. Holy cow.
So Ryan said he got up there with some real hot coals still left, and he just threw some wood on and fired right up basically. So
What'd you say it was? Negative 12?
negative 12.2 it got down to last night. Yeah, right now we are in between breaking down camp and running back to the fire to warm up, because anybody who's ever been out in the cold knows that you lose dexterity in your fingers, and it's even worse when it's 0 degrees or below. So it's still frigid right now. It just took 15 minutes to put my stupid boots on. They're so stiff. Little update, we're all cleaned up here, all broken down. There's where we were hanging. Got everything packed in the pole. That's just a zip up IKEA bag. I don't know, it works. So yeah, Ryan's just trying to get his toes warm. He been battling these cold toes all morning. So we figured before we actually get going, we might as well try, because if we get on the trail and they never warm up, it's going to be a miserable hike. So
It just feels like I'm walking on stumps if I do that, but
yeah.
I prefer not to be that way.
Well, it's chilly when that wind blows, isn't it?
Yeah, sure is.
The top of your head, it's nothing but ice.
Up here?
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. Trail's marked by blue diamonds. Pretty well marked too. Of course, when you get snowshoers in the wintertime, it's not hard to follow the trail.
We're just hiking our way out here. It's beautiful. A little bit of snow falling. I don't know if you can see that behind me, but I gotta tell you, like, 2 things in the winter. It's one thing to be cold. It's another thing to be cold and wet. And so here, I mean, the temperatures were, I think at the highest, they were in the 20s. So we never got close to getting wet. And then of course overnight it got down to negative 12. But it's much rather have the cold as long as you're not wet. And you get a fire there, and it's a nice way to warm up. And every time I come out here in the woods, look forward to it for weeks, planning and getting everything ready, getting your equipment ready and everything else. And then get out here, it's just so awesome to just be here with nature, no matter what season it is, It's really important to be present here in this moment and just realize how fortunate we are to be able to be out here and enjoy this gorgeous world that we live in.
I got everything unzipped and trying to cool down, because I was starting to sweat for a minute there. My toes are completely warmed up. I'm good to go after walking for a bit. That usually is the case. So hopefully Ryan's having the same luck with his toes. But how the toes doing?
Good.
Yeah, good. What's that?
It doesn't take long to heat up with this getting moving,
No, that's what I was just saying. Yeah, it's usually the case. As soon as I get moving, my toes are warm. So, boy, I'll tell you, yeah, you got the same thing going. This jacket unzipped.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna keep walking. So I'm actually enjoying the pulk with the backpack, because it's kind of nice to have a certain amount of weight on your back and then a certain amount of weight in the pulk, because you're working different muscle groups, and you can pull or you can haul a lot more weight than you would normally haul in just a backpack. I mean, if I put 30 pounds in the pack and 30 pounds in the poke, it doesn't feel like anything compared to 60 pounds in a pack. And that's possible. I mean, this pack actually will probably haul 60 pounds worth of gear, but I wouldn't want to do it. But this is a great way to be able to bring some extra things in winter, just some extra comfort items, and not have to haul all the weight on your back. So we're almost back to the truck. I'm just enjoying this hike. It's beautiful, and I mean, you know, it's cold out, but once you're working, you can't even tell. So I'm guessing it's probably somewhere in the single digits, maybe 10, I don't know, but it's still pretty darn cold. So, well, here comes Ryan. That's one of my favorite things about hiking with Ryan, is we hike at our own pace and stop every once in a while and catch up to each other, and that's that. It's a nice way to go, not having to follow right on somebody's heels. So, well, we're back at the truck. That was a nice walk. It's a good time, but
Get the icicles out of my mustache and beard.
That was a nice walk. It's a beautiful area to take a hike, and if you get a chance, come on up here. It's Glenny's right down the road, the town of Glenny. You look that up and look up Hoist Lake Foot Travel Area, and
It's part of the Huron National Forest.
yeah,
There's a little fee. There's a $5 fee per day, basically, to park here.
yeah.
But
And there are
just go
two
in.
trailheads. There's one on the west side too. We're at the east trailhead.
I'll step out of the.
Oh, that's it. So yeah, they're real good maps online, so it's real easy to navigate. The trails are well marked. They got a lot of signs at well, they have signs at all of the intersections. So
If you come out in the summer, it gets some use in the summer, but you know, probably fall, spring, this time of year, not as much.
yeah,
And I don't know.
I think most of the people that we saw out on the trail were just snowshoeing for the day.
Yeah, except for the one.
So
there's
yeah, the one guy had a backpack, but everybody else looked like they
I'm
were
pretty sure that
traveling
was
light.
his car that was all over here, all
Yeah.
snowy. So I
Yeah, I
think he
think
came
so.
out on Friday
Yeah.
and left on Sunday. We came out on Saturday and left on Monday. So
And the best part is that the privy's open year round. That's surprising because they don't do that in the Manistee River Trail.
well, and according to Jay, apparently he actually hiked out to use it, a little 2-mile hike rather than dropping trowel in the woods.
I mean,
so.
I would, but sit in the truck for a while and warm up.
Run out and get some McDonald's, and
Yeah. I mean, I would have brought some back.
he wouldn't
for
have
you,
brought
though.
anything back.
Oh, I would have to. Yeah.
See how it is.
Yeah, I might even brought a couple of beers with that. Well, until next time, you know, get out there and get on the trail, and I don't know.
Listen.
You got any parting words there?
All I'm going to say is, if you're sitting on the couch and you're warm and you're saying, man, I'd never go out there in that kind of weather, you know, at least get yourself a pair of, you know, hiking boots or whatever. Just go out for the day. Even if you don't hike overnight or backpack or whatever, just get out in Mother Nature, enjoy it. Just do it until you get cold, and then walk back, get in your car and go home.
Yep. It's
But
beautiful out
just
here.
get out and enjoy this. I mean, it's just way too nice to pass up. And especially if you live someplace like Michigan, where you got months of this kind of weather, and you just got to take advantage of it, you know?
Yeah.
So I enjoy camping in the summer. I enjoy camping in the spring and the fall, but this was a lot of fun too.
Yeah.
So
I
just
like
make
it
sure
all.
you got the right equipment, and quite honestly, I mean, I've had some.
That's key too. The equipment.
Yeah.
The equipment is key.
But I mean, you think
Honestly.
about it. Days where, remember when we were hiking up in Pinckney, and it was like probably 100% humidity, 80 degrees.
80 something. Yeah, it was 80
I mean,
something.
You couldn't even cool
yeah.
off, and that was summer, you know. And then the bugs are out. That was one nice
Yeah.
thing. There's no bugs out here now.
And then we got to camp. I mean, not that it mattered because it was hot, but we got to that camp and you're not allowed to have fires there. I'm like,
Yeah.
really? Come on.
But then
man.
we went out and remember we went swimming in that muck.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to cool off.
Yeah,
I mean, it was
yeah.
terrible.
And it was muck too.
Yeah.
There was no beach. You were just
No.
wading out in muck.
Yeah, it was
But
man.
yeah, but it cooled us off. I
It's
mean,
funny because people always go, "Oh, I love summer." And yeah, look, come on. There's
Yeah.
good and bad with
Yeah.
all of it. So.
yeah, there's no doubt. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of hard to leave. I got to tell you the truth. Except got the wife and kids at home and a cheeseburger waiting on a platter somewhere.
Absolutely.
And quite frankly, I think we're probably getting tired of each other.
Yeah, I can't. I can only take this guy for so long.
I don't know. I might be able to go another couple
Jeez,
of weeks
Pete,
or
man.
a couple of years.
I don't know how I lived with the guy for almost 20 years.
I know.
Jeez.
Yep, you couldn't wait to move out. That's all I remember. I hope all the snow falling shows up on that camera.
Yeah, really.
Well,
Till next time.
see you later.
See ya.
Are you saying it's fresh snow up there?
Yeah.
Because I'm not seeing any fresh snow back here.
Oh, well,
Looks
no.
like somebody's walking through it before
Well,
we get to it.
that could be. I did see Bigfoot, so my butt was hurting. And
And
so-
that's a big pain. Right
yeah, that's a big pain right
there.
there.
His butt's hurting. In case you're ever wondering what it looks like on the other side of his videos, that's what it looks like right there. I don't know where his fancy microphone went, but it was pretty impressive. You get me blowing my nose now?
Yeah, why not?
Jay's playing Pac-Man on his phone.
Man, I look creepy. I don't know, man. Yeah, I probably got snot coming out. Tromping this down, or whatever you want to say, or whatever you want to. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just gonna talk, because it's what I do. Let's see. Let me hold it steady. There we go. That's steady. Okay. Yeah. Man, my nose is running out, and yeah. Jeez, oh Pete. Alrighty. Well, we'll either see you at the trail or maybe back on the truck, at the truck. Which seems to happen every now and again since I forget to film sometimes on the way out. It's funny because I film like,
On the way in?
yeah, like I'll film,
15 times.
yeah, like, yeah, I'll set, you know, and in summer, oh jeez, oh Pete, my nose is running. And then in the summer, I'll set the camera on the ground so I can walk past it and everything, you know. But in the wintertime, you know, it's like, yeah, I don't want to stop, especially with snowshoes on. I don't want to stop and have to turn around, follow my butt, end up like Ryan.